Let me ask you something honest. Do you truly believe that the way you think affects your life? Most people say yes, but here's the problem. They don't live like they believe it. They wake up the same way, think the same thoughts, feel the same emotions, and then wonder why nothing changes. Today, I'm going to show you something that will shake everything you thought you knew about yourself. Something that explains why you keep creating the same life over and over again. And more importantly, how to finally break free from it. This is not just about focus or motivation. This is about becoming a completely different person. Stay with me until the end, because what you're about to learn will change everything.
Your brain is not who you are. Your brain is who you were. Let me explain. Science shows us something incredible. Your brain is organized to reflect everything you have learned, everything you have experienced, and everything you have been exposed to. In other words, your brain is a record of your past, a library of your old environment. Every thought you think, every action you take, every emotion you feel, they are all coming from this library, from your history, not from your future, not from your dreams, from yesterday. Now, here's where it gets interesting. If you wake up every morning and do the same things, go to the same places, meet the same people, follow the same routine, eat the same food, watch the same shows, what is happening? You are thinking equal to your environment. Your thoughts are not bigger than your life. They are copies of your life. And when your thoughts match your environment, you will keep creating the same results, the same problems, the same limitations, the same reality. But wait, if this is true, then how do we ever change? How does anyone create something new? How does someone poor become rich? How does someone sick become healthy? How does someone lost become powerful? The answer is simple, but not easy. You must think greater than your environment. You must think beyond what you can see, touch, or feel right now. Let me tell you about every single person who changed history. Every inventor, every leader, every artist, every dreamer who built something from nothing. They all had one thing in common. They had a vision, an idea, a picture in their mind that did not exist yet in their reality. They couldn't see it with their eyes. They couldn't touch it with their hands. But they held that vision so clearly, so strongly, so consistently in their mind that their brain began to believe it was real. And slowly, their actions changed, their emotions changed, their energy changed, and eventually, their life changed. Think about it. Before the airplane existed, someone had to see it in their mind first. Before the light bulb, before the internet, before any great invention or movement, there was a thought that was greater than the present moment. That's what real change is. Not hoping, not wishing, but thinking, feeling, and acting from a future that hasn't happened yet. Now let me give you the most important formula you will ever hear. Your personality creates your personal reality. Read that again. Your personality, how you think, how you act, and how you feel creates your reality, your life, your results, your relationships, your health, your future. If you want a new personal reality, you need to have a new personality. You cannot create a new future with an old self. You cannot build a new life while being the same person. Most people try this. They want more money, but they think like a broke person. They want love, but they act like someone who is unworthy. They want success, but they feel like a failure inside. And then they wonder why nothing works. It's because they are trying to change their life without changing themselves. That's impossible. It's like planting the same seed and expecting a different tree. Here's what neuroscience teaches us. There's a phrase, nerve cells that fire together, wire together. What does that mean? Every time you repeat a thought, every time you repeat an action, every time you repeat an emotion, you are wiring your brain in a specific pattern. You are creating a network, a highway in your mind. And the more you use that highway, the stronger it becomes, the faster it runs, the more automatic it feels. That network becomes your personality, your identity, your programming. By the time you are 35 years old, about 95% of who you are is a set of memorized behaviors, automatic habits, emotional reactions, and hardwired beliefs. You are no longer consciously creating your day. You are unconsciously repeating your past. You wake up as the same person. You go to bed as the same person, day after day, year after year. That's why change feels so hard, because you are fighting against years of wiring. The cycle, thought and feeling loop. Let me show you how this cycle works. It starts with a thought. Let's say you think a happy thought. Your brain immediately releases chemicals into your body. Those chemicals make you feel happy. Now you feel happy. And when you feel happy, what do? You start thinking more happy thoughts. Those thoughts create more happy chemicals. You feel even better. And the cycle continues. Your mind and body are working together. You are in a state of being happy. But it works the same way with negative emotions. You think a fearful thought. Your body feels fear. That fear makes you think more fearful thoughts. More chemicals, more fear, more thoughts. And now you are in a state of being fearful. This cycle, when repeated every day for weeks, months, years, becomes your personality. It becomes who you are. You are no longer choosing it. You are living it automatically. Here's the truth that most people never understand. Thoughts are the language of the brain. Feelings are the language of the body. When you think the same thoughts and feel the same feelings for years, something incredible happens. Your body begins to memorize the emotion. Your body becomes your mind. You are now living in a habit. Your body is on autopilot. It knows how to be you better than your conscious mind does. That's why it's so hard to change, because now you're not just changing your thoughts. You're changing your body's addiction to certain emotions. Your body has been trained to be angry,
to be sad, to be worried, to be stressed. And when you try to feel different, your body fights back. It says, no, this is not who we are. Go back to normal. And most people do. They return to the familiar feeling, even if it's painful, because it feels like home. So here's the big question. If your personality creates your reality, and your personality is just a set of automatic programs from your past, how do you break free? How do you stop being yourself? How do you become someone new?
The answer is this. You must change your state of being, not just your thoughts, not just your actions, your entire state, the combination of how you think and how you feel. Because the universe, life, reality, whatever you want to call it, does not respond to what you want. It responds to who you are being. If you are being poor, you will create poor. If you are being sick, you will stay sick. If you are being stuck, you will remain stuck. But if you can be the person you want to become before it happens, if you can think and feel as if your dream is already real, then your external world must change to match your internal world. Most people do it backwards. They say, when I get the money, then I'll feel abundant. When I get the relationship, then I'll feel loved. When I lose the weight, then I'll feel confident. But that's not how it works. You must feel it first. You must become it first. You must be it before you see it. That's the secret every successful person knows, but most people ignore.
Let me tell you something uncomfortable. Most people only change when they hit rock bottom, when they lose everything, when they get sick, when someone leaves them, when they can't take it anymore. That's when they finally say, enough, I have to change. And they do, because pain is a powerful teacher. Crisis forces you to break the pattern. Trauma wakes you up. But here's my question for you. Why wait? Why do you need to suffer before you decide to grow? Why do you need to lose everything before you choose to become someone new? You have two options. You can learn through pain and suffering, or you can learn through joy and inspiration. Both will teach you, but one destroys you first. The other lifts you up. Now, I'm going to be very honest with you. The hardest part of all of this is not understanding it, it's doing it. The hardest part is finding time. Time to sit with yourself, time to think new thoughts, time to feel new emotions, time to practice being someone different, because your life is busy, your mind is loud, your environment is full, and your old self will give you 1,000 reasons why you don't have time. But let me tell you the truth. If you don't find time to change yourself, you will spend the rest of your life being yourself. The same thoughts, the same feelings, the same life. Is that what you want? Or do you want something more? So let me give you the steps, not theory, action. First, you must become conscious. You must start noticing your automatic thoughts, your automatic reactions, your automatic emotions. Catch yourself in the act of being your old self. Second,
You must decide who you want to be, not what you want to have, who you want to be. What does that person think? How does that person feel? How does that person act? Write it down. Make it clear. Third, you must rehearse it mentally every single day. Sit in silence. Close your eyes and practice thinking and feeling like your future self. Not for 5 seconds, for 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Let your body feel what it would feel like if your dream was already real. Fourth, you must act from that state. You must make choices, speak words, and take actions that match the new you, not the old you. And fifth, you must do this every single day. Not when you feel like it, every day. Because repetition is what breaks the old pattern and builds the new one. Here's the final truth I want to leave with you. You are not stuck. You are not broken. You are not your past. You are simply living in a habit of being yourself. But habits can be broken. Patterns can be changed. Your brain can be rewired. Your body can be retrained. And your life can be completely transformed. Not someday, starting today, starting now. The question is not, can you do it? The question is, will you do it? Will you choose to think greater than your environment? Will you choose to be someone new before your life shows you the proof? Will you invest time in your precious self, or will you keep living as a copy of yesterday? You made it to the end of this video, and that tells me something powerful about you. You're not like most people. Most people quit halfway. Most people get distracted. Most people hear the truth and then run away from it because it's uncomfortable. But not you. You stayed. You listened. You absorbed. And that means you're ready. Ready to break free. Ready to change. Ready to become someone completely new. But here's what I need you to understand. Watching this video is not enough. Understanding these ideas is not enough. Feeling inspired right now, in this moment, is beautiful, but it's not enough. Because inspiration without action is just entertainment. And you didn't come here to be entertained. You came here to transform. So let me ask you a question. What are you going to do differently tomorrow morning? When you wake up, are you going to reach for your phone and scroll through the same content? Think the same thoughts? Feel the same emotions? Or are you going to pause, breathe, and ask yourself, who do I want to be today? That question, that simple question, has the power to change everything. You see, your life will not change by accident. It will not change because you hope it will. It will not change because you wish things were different. Your life will change the moment you decide to stop being yourself and start being the person your future needs you to be. And that decision, that commitment, it has to be made again and again, every single morning, every single moment, because breaking the habit of being yourself is not a one-time event. It's a daily practice. It's a way of life. I want you to imagine something with me right now. Imagine yourself 1 year from today. Imagine that for the next 365 days, you committed to this. You gave yourself just 15 minutes every morning to sit in silence, to think new thoughts, to feel new emotions, to rehearse being your future self. Imagine that every day you caught yourself falling back into old patterns and you chose differently. You chose the new you. Imagine that you stopped waiting for your life to change and you started changing yourself first. Now look at that person 1 year from now. How do they think? How do they feel? How do they walk into a room? How do they speak? What kind of energy do they carry? What have they created? What have they accomplished? Who have they become? Can you see it? Can you feel it? That person is not a fantasy. That person is a possibility. And the only thing standing between you right now and that future version of you is a decision. One decision. The decision to start today. Here's the truth that most people never accept. You are not your past. You are not your mistakes. You are not your failures. You are not even your current circumstances. You are pure potential. You are a blank canvas. You are the artist, the painting, and the masterpiece all at once. And every single day, you get to choose what you create. So I'm asking you right now, what will you choose? Will you choose comfort? Will you choose familiarity? Will you choose to stay the same because it's easier? Because it's safe? Because it's what you know? Or will you choose growth? Will you choose transformation? Will you break the habit of being yourself and step into the unknown, into the new, into the person you've always dreamed of becoming? If this video opened your eyes, if it touched something deep inside you, if it gave you even one idea that you'll carry forward, then do 3 things for me. First, subscribe to Lengold English right now. Second, turn on the notification bell because every video on this channel is designed to wake you up, to challenge you, to help you grow. And third, share this video with one person, just one person who you know is ready to change, who's tired of being stuck, who needs to hear this message today. Because this is not just a YouTube channel. This is a movement, a community of people who refuse to settle, who refuse to be prisoners of their past, who choose to think greater than their environment, who choose to become more than they were yesterday. And I want you to be part of it. Your transformation doesn't start someday. It starts right now. The moment you close this video, the moment you stand up, the moment you take that first step into your new self, you have everything you need already inside you. The power, the potential, the possibility. Now it's time to use it. I'll see you in the next video. Now go, break the habit, become who you were always meant to be. Your future is waiting, and it's more beautiful than you can imagine.